Hi, how are you? You good? The epic comment from the last episode is from Gabriel Stoica, who says, "The worst thing is that Messi left Barcelona. And are you interested that Turkey is burning?" Before we start, I have to thank Mihai Grigoraș, Just Christy, Salamu32, ADGI Theodor, Aurel Mafeot, Evelyn Joița, and Danuț Ene, who are channel members and support what I do here. And man, it's not about the money because I make 30 lei a month from membership, something like that, so it's really not about the money. Knowing people value what I do here and pay 4 lei a month for this show is all I could ever need. This episode will be different, as we'll end by reading Facebook comments from a Digi article. It's an article I presented in the news episode, plus comments from a TikTok I haven't featured on the show before. Since the last episode, we've gained another 1,000, so welcome to the new ones. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. On Instagram, I post epic comments, clips, and exclusive commentary there, so follow me on Instagram. Andrei Bala Epic Comments, episode 90 begins. See what going to church does? Those legs are for grabbing a free seat on the bus. That woman definitely did professional sports at some point? Yeah, in 1856. She trained to run after purse snatchers. The old lady does legs twice a week. She has those legs from carrying shopping bags. She stood at St. Parashava. Her calf's bigger than some guys. The jealous will claim it's Photoshop. Heaven forbid you don't offer her a bus seat. She works out. In the morning, she's the first at Mega Image, at the market, and so on. That moment when you drive stick. She used to be a mail woman in Romania. Old man is at her feet anytime. If she lives on the 10th floor with no elevator, she'd go to the hospital to get her iron out. She has triceps on her calves, thighs of steel. Bolt, is that you?
Alcoholic drinks last night until what time? At around 2 o'clock, right? The dragger device showed a value of 3.66 in your breath. We will go to the hospital for collecting biological samples, okay? A criminal case will be opened against you for driving under the influence of alcohol.
This shows a blood alcohol level higher than some people's baccalaureate grades. He drank very strong Tuka. Homemade. From Mihailești, Old County. It deserves a spot in the Guinness Book of Records. And just think, he's a Romanian. Congratulations.
A value of 3.66 in the exhaled air.
Even with all that alcohol, I'm sure he drives better than the corporate guys. With that blood alcohol level, they should take his birth certificate. He doesn't need the vaccine anymore. He already has 4 doses in advance. Are you sure it wasn't the cop who blew? I think he said, "Let me take another sip and then I'll blow." He's strong, he can handle just as much again. It's from the salad with vinegar. He hasn't drunk water since his christening. We'd better go to the hospital to see if you're not an alien. Look at that, man. That's where my grandpa was. Village champion. He made a mistake telling him the temperature. We have our own Olympic records. He could have done more. Strength. Should we try 4?
Bravo, Daddy's girl, bravo. Fantastic. Go on, sing with sorrow. Bravo, Daddy's girl, bravo. Come on, say it without shame.
To access direct with her, she sings from hunger. At the second verse, she was a bit off key, did you notice? Otherwise, okay. You move on with 4 yeses. Lupu encouraged her from backstage. For weddings, baptisms, and family events, I rent out an aspiring singer. Don't hesitate to contact me. We want the second part, when she sings with vocals too. Please! Manela, isn't she singing? Dan Diaconescu, where are you? I saw a dog playing the piano yesterday.
Let's try it ourselves, man, and see if it really works. I don't know. Honestly, I don't believe it. Let's try now. Let's try to see if this thing is really lying to us. And let's see. Honestly, I don't think it works. Now let's see. The moment of truth.
I have Logan, man.
I know it was boring, that's the point. Good thing you didn't start filming right after getting up. Why didn't you start filming in 2006? Why didn't you start filming right from the christening? Did you ride a dinosaur to the car? You were annoyed by this filming. You could have started filming at the Last Supper. We wouldn't have minded. P thankfully didn't make a sequel. Stay close. He wants to show us something at Christmas. I saw him today with his phone in his hand. He had started filming. I like that you don't make long videos, short and to the point. I thought you were gonna show us part 3 as well. You should have made a series. I turned 25 by the time the filming was over. Legend says that ever since he returned home, he's still walking. He drove his Jeep onto a one-way exit-only street, entering against traffic. For those without a license, the mud got the better of him. He came in through the back door. Girls know best how much it hurts. Alright, and some boys too, Craig. Did he unclog his particulate filter? He switched tracks. He used the emergency exit. One makes elbows, one makes knees, one makes a hump. Laugh now, but in a few years he'll lift you with one hand. If he lifts us like that dumbbell. Seeing you reminds me of my dads. Search on YouTube for epic comments. Easy with that barbell or the house will fall on you. The chicken's nightmare, that guy doing push-ups, you'd think he invented them, I swear. Search YouTube for Andre Bala with the barbell. Don't throw it at the light bulb. Whether you did it or not, just don't do it again. The smaller one is the key. So that's Eddie in action. The little one suffered a hernia. Advertising in trouble. SMR, take that carpet down from the wall too.
Thousands of types of ice cream. Good, fancy, nice, but nobody has what we have. Wheat pudding. Check this out.
By the way, before we look at the comments which are about the wheat pudding ice cream, tomorrow on the Cavalleria channel, I'll post a video about this. I found the best ice cream spot in Bucharest. Well, at least from a few locations that you guys gave me on Instagram. Not on my Instagram, but on Cavalleria's, where they're active daily. If you haven't followed yet, go follow them. Let's check the comments now. At funerals now, you give ice cream with coliva instead of just coliva. It's missing with misi or sarmale. Paracetamol flavor, and they're selling it. 7 lei. Natural. Do you want to taste it? No, it's good, natural. It really worries me that someone actually bought it. At my funeral, I want coliva flavored ice cream served when I die. I agree, 2 tickets. Now we've reached the Digi24 article. A pensioner from Germany kept a tank from World War II in his basement. I also discussed this topic in Actualitas, actually in 2 episodes that you can find on the Cavalleria channel. It's a very funny topic. An old man had a tank in his basement and used it as a snowplow one winter. I won't say more. Watch Actualitats on Cavalleria for all the details I shared. Now, let's look at the comments, which are super funny. I don't think he kept it. I think the tank ended up in the guy's house during the fighting and just stayed there. And our guy, being resourceful, probably thought he could make use of it someday. Selling Schoner Krafthausazug. Ende Krafthausazug 1-6, 1 Panzerpon. Fanzan 4 Ausfungsangi. Driven a little on the eastern front, doesn't knock, doesn't rattle. It comes with 20 75mm shells. New weapon. Serviced at Leljugara. Kept in garage. Real mileage. Drove it to Stalingrad and back. No rust for the picky ones. He would also tell the people in the village when he was drinking, "Hey, do you know I have a tank in my basement? Old man Heinrich, go home, you've had too much to drink again." Now you know how it is. People have all sorts of things in their basement. Sometimes they forget about them. I don't think he did it out of malice. Low mileage. Only used by a retiree on weekends. The old man got ready. What if the Russians come? He sells the tank, pays the fine, and still has enough for a smaller one. Quiet, no rattling, driven by an old lady. If a tank had been found in a Polish man's cellar, the Pole would have been declared a national hero for capturing an enemy tank. But this Fritz really had a cellar, no joke. We foolishly keep demijohns and jars of zakuska. I think my grandfather also has a helicopter in the barn from the 1907 uprising, and where did he keep the pickles? I wonder if he changed their arrangement. You know how it is? Sometimes you argue with your relatives. It's good to have them around. It's not bad. It comes in handy for a household. Childhood memories. In the previous episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago, I can't remember exactly, I showed you this clip which absolutely blew up on TikTok. It got 1.5 million views quickly and nearly 200,000 likes, about 180,000 or so. And of course, along with the already epic comments I was making there, another wave of epic comments came in, which I just had to read out loud. So every time he makes a mistake with a word, the dictionary gets updated. He scolded his dad when he found out he was smoking. When he was born, he told the doctor to stop crying. He didn't go to school for 2 days, and that's how the weekend was created. When he made his Instagram account, the terms and conditions agreed with him. No one gave birth to him, he just decided to exist. The street checks both ways before he crosses. Demons look under the bed to ensure he's not there. When he enters the courtroom, the judge lets him decide what sentence to give himself. His dad holds the flashlight for him, not the other way around. Dogs run away from him so they don't get bitten by him. He wears sunglasses to protect the sun from his eyes. He baptized the priest. He doesn't run from Samka. Samka runs from him. If you don't know who Samka is, watch the previous episode. Because I feel something strong in my heart, I want to tell you something important that's been making me uncomfortable. I'm selling potatoes. Love, do we still have potatoes? Alright, I'll place the order. He gives his grandma stuffed cabbage rolls. Tell me below which was the most epic comment from this episode. Hit like, share, post stories, tag me, and I'll sometimes repost you. But that like, you absolutely have to smash it. Whoever laughed and didn't hit like, you already know. Their mom is their dad. Bye.